Hey everybody, thanks for clicking on the video. David Pendleton here covering hole number 12 of the Breakpoint tournament. We're going to look at quite a few replays on this hole as we are getting send-it wind, but I do want to cover what can happen when you go for this shot, okay? If you have an extra mile 7 or below, you need to play this the same way we've been playing it the entire time. You're going to go with your extra mile, okay? You're going to lay up on the first fairway. Second shot, you're going to lay up before the bunker. Third shot, you're going to go with your grizzly minus 20% at minimum. All right, we've shown that shot like 4 times now, so I'm going to go for a send it shot for everybody out there who can get aggressive on the final round. Take a note here, I have 5.1 mile per hour wind. This is the max wind you can get in rookie, so this is lucky to get this wind. We're going to go full top, 2 bars of side spin to the right. We're going to pull this one 0% at max, and then we're going to push back up to max. This is the second account that I played on this hole. I was not prepared for wind that was going to be this high. I was actually going to play the standard shot, and I'll show you why here in just a moment. But you can see I got suckered into it with 5.1 wind. I switched over to the Zerk, and I know that I'm easily able to make it with that type of wind strength, okay? The reason that I know that I'm able to make it is because look at this account. This is the first account that I played, and I bombed both of my accounts. So I figured, well, why not just try here at 3.2 mile per hour wind? Same thing, 0% at max, push to max. So I just kind of want you to see what the difference is between the 5 mile per hour wind and the 3.2 mile per hour wind here. We almost make it with 3.2. So obviously if you have an extra mile level 9 or you're using a top spin boost ball with an extra mile level 8, you'll be able to make this. You see here, we almost roll out in 3.2 mile per hour wind. So this drive is probably safe as long as you hit perfect with like 3.7 and above. Okay, let's just guess it right there. So those are a look at 2 drives. Now, what's going to happen if you get stuck like I did in the rough? You can still save your eagle. I didn't show you shot number 2 here because it was just me taking the Nirvana and simply laying up in front of the sand trap, okay? This wouldn't be a time to get aggressive and try to go with max top spin and slam the ball as far up this fairway as possible because you're better off to make sure that you land on the fairway, and then you're better off just to take this funnel shot with shot number 2. So you can see on this account, this is the one that had 3.2 mile per hour wind that I got stuck on the rough on. I laid up right in front of the sand trap, just like we had been all tournament. I could not take the shot with my grizzly. With it being a P5 ball, there was just no way to set this shot up here without more side spin. So I had to kind of think on the fly and switch to my thorn and take it with the thorn. You're going to see here it's max top, 2 bars of side spin to the right. And then from here, it's just about moving the club around until I can try to get this ball to go into the hole. You can see the best that I can do is aim pin high. That ball would be rolling into the cup, but it's rolling into the top of the cup. I'm going to play at the same elevation, minus 20%, but I'm playing it max instead of minimum. If you're laying up here with your katana like normal, you're going to play at minus 20% at minimum distance. But you can see here, we catch the funnel, we roll in, and our ball goes in almost center of the cup even though we were aiming high. So we do need to aim high in order to pick up this eagle, okay? Now you might be thinking, well, what happens if I slam the ball up the through the rough for shot number 2? This is what shot number 2 with the sniper looks like now. I would say you would be better off to bring your Cataclysm or your Big Dog or even your Horizon. Any wood club with more power is going to be better than the sniper. You can see here the wind is low, but I'm having to push up to max to get a good read on the ball guideline. This is not a good shot to take with the sniper. What we need to do is we need to clip the rough and roll out. So I pulled it 1-to-1, so 2.5 rings, but I went with max overpower, which was just a little bit too much OP, especially if you were to get higher wind. So you're going to learn from my mistake here. You see I hit this fairway, but I don't hit the rough. I come close. Okay, so the overpower was almost right. It was just a little bit too much. Look here. I mean, that's probably the thinnest margin you can get from the rough to the fringe or the fairway, but I hit the fairway and I rolled past the hole. Now, This shot right here, if this happens to you as well, which it shouldn't if you're going to bring a different club like I suggest, but let's just say, for example, you do. This shot is completely downhill. You want to go max backspin. I made it. It was actually pretty easy. Max backspin, get your ball guide line going through the back of the cup, and the ball will roll in beautifully with a perfect shot. So I did pick up the eagle on both of my accounts on this hole. Couple different ways you can play it. This video is a little bit longer than normal, but I wanted to make sure that I was thorough with the explanation, especially for those players who might be in contention for a top spot. Hopefully this helped out. I put a link to my PayPal in the comments below. Anything that comes through truly helps for my time, helps me buy practice tokens and replenish my balls so I can continue to try to get these things dialed in for you in the next tournaments. Please subscribe. Please hit the thumbs up. Best of luck with hole number 12.